We'll go next to team number 3, and that is the Arizona State Sun Devils. Now, last year, they go and they win the Big 12 in remarkable fashion. They have a tremendous postseason performance, the best postseason performance amongst all the teams that played for the first time in the second round of the playoffs. Remember, the other 3 teams got off to really, really slow starts. Arizona State did too, but they bounced back emphatically and almost won that game against the Texas Longhorns. They bring back a ton of production. They returned 17 starters overall from the championship run a year ago, but the most important starters, their quarterback, Sam Levitt. Breakout year last year, went for nearly 3,000 yards, had a tremendous impact, I think, on making every single person around him better. And I believe the sky's the limit for this young man. For those that have been watching the podcast, I think he's a top 3, top 5 quarterback in all of college football coming back this year. And by season's end, I think some people will start to acknowledge, all right, this guy's got next level potential as a possible franchise quarterback. I think he's mobile. I think he's got plenty of arm. I think he plays the game with a certain savvy that's hard to find here early in their career. But now he's no longer young. He's a polished and seasoned veteran. I expect big things from Sam Levitt this year. I also expect big things from his top wide receiver option, Jordan Tyson. He had a great year last year. And when he went out there towards the end, his loss was certainly felt. I mean, he was the go-to guy in the red zone. He was the go-to guy on third down. His production was off the charts. So him now being back fully healthy is massive. And they also have a really veteran offensive line as well that should be one of the best in all of college football. Defensively, they bring a ton of production back. The one area that they struggled with was generating regular pass pressure. They couldn't really get after the quarterback all the time when it comes to pass rush situations, but they were stout, I think, in many areas, and that continuity with all that production back will be really, really helpful for this Arizona State team. I also like a few of the transfer portal additions. I love that they went out and got Kane Udoh from Army. He was 1,100-yard rusher last year to replace Cam Scatterbo there in the backfield at running back. Remember last year, a huge, huge problem was the kicking game. Field goal kicking suffered, extra points suffered. They go out and they get Jesus Gomez from Eastern Michigan. That was a big weakness on last year's team. And they've also addressed some of their issues from a depth standpoint. I love the culture that's being created by Kenny Dillingham. And I think that culture, even though people are kind of telling them how great they are this offseason, they'll find that edge, they'll find that chip on their shoulder, and you'll get great performances week in, week out from the Arizona State Sun Devils. The schedule's tough. You host Texas Tech on October 18th. I think Texas Tech's one of the better teams in the league. You're at Utah on October 11th. That's a really tough spot to be in. You're at Iowa State on November 1st. So you think about that. 2 of those 3 teams, some of the best teams in the league, 2 of the 3 you're on the road against. Tricky spot to be in. I am very high on Baylor. They have to go to Waco to take on the Baylor Bears. That's on September 20th. They're at Colorado late in the year on November 22nd. If Arizona was playing at Colorado, or if Arizona State was playing at Colorado in, say, September as opposed to November 22nd, might feel a little differently about that game. And they also have a pivotal non-conference game against an SEC team by going to Mississippi State on September 6th. So I think it's a very difficult schedule, a tougher schedule this year than it was a year ago, but there's proof of concept and there's a real belief around Arizona State's program that still has me feeling really good about what the Sun Devils might be able to accomplish this year.